My people, especially now that our president has been found uh, with three ID numbers. Like I am genuinely confused. Like, guys, if we are serious as a country, how is it possible that our own head of state has three identity numbers, and these numbers are connected to corporations? Even worse than the president having three identity numbers is that everyone in his inner circle, from the deputy president Mr. Paul Mashatile to the chairman Gwede Mantashe and all other politicians, all their children seem to be finding themselves wrapped up in either tender scandals, in board scandals, in all unscrupulous forms of deceit and theft. Like, how is it possible that people that are in charge of billions of budgets, hundreds of millions, guys, they can't use those monies to generate businesses for themselves? Like, I'm pretty sure South Africans wouldn't mind if they use those resources, benzi company, that actually succeed, that actually employ people, that add to the revenue of the state. Like, South Africans wouldn't be up in arms. But abantu steal billions and hundreds of millions to buy luxurious stuff, to build houses, to go on vacations, to... I'm confused. Like, what's the end goal? Like, taking another human life just to wear a Gucci, just to buy a car that you're gonna have to maintain and pay off, and like, yo... Like, guys, do you know how much it costs to replace a Lamborghini tire? How much you fuel that thing, maintenance, to get parts, spare parts for that vehicle? Like, it's an endless money pit that you just keep burning and torching your money. Like, I'm confused. Like, these are old people. Like, people way above 40, guys, teaching and indoctrinating their children into criminality, thinking they're sophisticated. Like, their sophistication is layering their theft, taking ID numbers of slay queens at Grove, like, drugging girls, making them pass out, to steal their documents in order to register a shell company, to siphon government funds, the most unsophisticated theft. Like, at the end of the day, this money is gonna be parked in assets in a bank somewhere, owned by white people that don't even like these guys. When they have served their purpose, they will get exposed in, like, the Pandora pages, like the WikiLeaks, and they will stand as examples of, look at all, you Africans can't govern yourselves. You Africans need us. This is why the World Bank needs to stay, and the IMF is justified. Look at your African leaders. With all these trillions of minerals in the ground, with China having proven a model that works, with Indonesia having done it, Singapore having done it, Norway, Greece, Australia, Japan, South Korea, America, so many countries have done it. Like, these are just people that bleed. Like, I am so confused, guys. I am so much and institutions and Google and AI. We are subjected to leadership that kills to secure tenders. Leadership that thinks iba smart and articulated when they stand on stage and deny. Like we have a president that denies mchana wakhe, guys. Like, do you know how yo, in just African family structures, do you know how crazy it is for a president to deny mchana wakhe, to deny a wife, and to deny people that he went to high school with? Like the wife went to high school with the brother, and the sister is the child of the ex-wife, and you don't know, like, come on. Like, guys, no, man. Like, I need to understand, like, what level of propaganda, what level of brainwashing is this? Like, CP? Like CP? Yo, CP? I mean, like, 8 years of Mr. Ramaphosa's presidency, all stats, employment at its lowest, unemployment at its highest. The drug epidemic is undeniable. You can just walk any street in this country, any location, any township, noba yepi na. Pick any day of the week, uzofumana para walking the streets, and sonke siyazi ba yintoni para. That should be an indictment in and of itself. On top of Londo, each and every township infiltrated by foreign nationals, feeding our people poisonous stuff. People die year on year. Our president's response is to, your people should get papers for the deaths you're causing. Get registered. I love it so much. Get registered. Like, yo, like CP. I'm trying to understand the parliament in Goku with a party that's on 40%, with an opposition that is 60%. I might not be a mathematics genius, but what the heck? I sure know 40% is way less than 60%. So how is it that this president is not impeached? A guy where foreign currency was stolen from his couches. Foreign currency. The Reserve Bank still hasn't answered. SARS still hasn't told us how that is possible. Like, the report is sealed. His funding as to who gave him money to run for presidency. Assassins might be in the Oket Machala. Mr. John Wick of note, Bapaya. Like, yo. And this man has those records sealed. And then the DA is saying, no, we're going to impeach the guy. The DA goes into government. All of a sudden, the DA is not interested in Pala. All of a sudden, the DA is not interested in impeachment. It's not interested in no vote of confidence. The DA is not interested in law and order and upholding the constitution now that they are in government. Pala didn't happen. Let's close our eyes like we don't know the nephew Nati. I am so confused. At the same time, I'm not, because like the funders of this country are speaking. Like, the reason the rand is stable, the economy is not crashed, the businesses is still chugging, moving along, investment is still top notch. It's not a meltdown political doomsday. It's not a doomsday, but the highest unemployment in the world. A president that knows nothing as to what's going on in the country. A president that has no clue that the economic hub and center of the nation is overrun by foreign nationals. Hijacked building that has been an issue for years and years. And president is so, whoa, 2025, he's shook. But the industry is happy. The rand is performing. We are chugging along at 1%, but the industry is still making like F&Bs and Old Mutuals and the Glencores and the ShopRite are still making their billions in profit annually. So yonke into mos status quo sihamba, everything's up to, it's pashash. Yonke into is moving as according to plan. The man series at the top, unemployment is roof high, blacks are getting poorer more and more by the day. The heads still have more, they're growing richer. Ramaphosa says nothing wrong, and he's asking us. He says we must ask ourselves, South Africans, why is this happening? Why are poor getting poorer, rich getting richer, the country stuck going nowhere? Why are whistleblowers and good citizens getting assassinated? Why is it when you stand for truth, stand for what is right, you die, you must shake, go into hiding? Why is it that infrastructure projects don't happen but money disappears and a politician's child that has no business gets super rich? Why does this happen? I wonder. Hey, we should have a sophisticated commission, all the best legal minds in South Africa. Please tell me, how does a politician's child with no qualifications, nothing he has built, no business that is standing, created anything, how is that person a multi-millionaire, hundreds of billions, disappearing in tenders? You tell me. I clearly this is some super level, high level thinking reserved for politicians and billionaires. Clearly, tina normal people that go to school, graduate, drop out because at home there's no money, there's no food, drop out because the bus station, train station, taxi, transport is too expensive. I can't juggle. I don't know the tender process. I don't know a politician. I can't sing revolutionary songs. I'm not willing to lay on my back, open up the cheeks and slurp your dick, politicians. I'm sorry. I can't have access to those hundreds of millions and those billions in tenders. Like, what country are we living in, South Africans? Like I am genuinely perplexed. And yazi, but it's fine. We are moving with a plan. We're going to use the legal instruments. Masbabonba, how are they going to fight back when we start using auditors, legal instruments, the constitution, the same way we did with the Juju, catch them red-handed, firing the gun into the population. You love us so much, Julius, that you fire an assault rifle into us. That's how much you love us. You show us you revolutionary to the point you are willing to shoot at us. I love it. Oh, we love it so much. Yeah. So we do them like Julius, catch them red-handed. They have the houses. Hangwani Maumela's house mansion. They're taking up a whole street. We have the president that doesn't know a gentleman that lives 1 kilometer away from him, building a multi-million rand. Hey, yet he jogs past this house on a day-to-day basis, but he doesn't know who lives inside, yet he has time to take videos outside these premises of this person. He has no idea that it's his nephew. Wow. Disney has, what did Denzel Washington? King Kong ain't got shit on me. Disney, I know, come here for fictional. I don't even know. Is it fiction? Is it true? Is it crime? Is it adventure? Is it drama? What is it? What is it really? Like, what is it? What is it? But it's fine. This is the stuff that fuels me and gives me motivation to continue doing the stuff I do, because there is absolutely no ways that I'm willing to surrender my country to such, not even this is below mediocrity. This is sub-level, poor stupidity at a grand scale, theft and corruption, state capture at a level that it has never been seen at. Private sector colluding with politicians, colluding and polluting with criminals. All of them working in unison to destroy a society, to ensure that society doesn't develop, it is stuck in poverty. All to just gain luxurious cars and to wear fancy, it's not even fancy, like loud labels. Like, make me understand, like, at the end of the day, sleeping in that mansion, driving that BM, Mercedes, what you have, whatever, Lamborghini, like, are you like, yeah, hey, today, killed two whistleblowers. Ha! Tender secured. I can't wait to kill another 10 tomorrow. Get myself 2 more billion. Ha! I can't wait to see those poor people lined up there crying. All those old people in that rain. Oh, it warms my heart. Seeing those deaths in those hospitals. Oh, seeing those nurses overwhelmed, depressed, correctional officers walking those inmates with intestines on the outside. I am so satisfied. This hum of this engine makes me sleep so satisfied knowing that women that are pregnant South Africans are giving birth on the floor. Oh my God, does this sushi taste amazing. That's where we are now. I like, wow. Wow. So as long as they draw breath, the corrupt politician, business, tenderpreneur, criminal, gangster, nobody, call yourself what you want to call yourself, billionaire. We don't care about your title, lawyer, journalist, Paul O'Sullivan, undercover, whatever you are. Hey, Manyala will come to the light of day and Nizonia. Like, I am just happy and glad that there are platforms and that in Ngoku the majority of the population is 30 years and under. The majority of the population is tech savvy. Information dissemination, and it's a lively culture that we meaning and are uplifting. Bayeka that say we are just talking online. They fail to see the objective and the mission, but babayaziyo and understand and hear the message. They will see that globally Africans and we are at the top of the African perspective. Even the United States of America confirmed what we've always known, that South Africa is the most powerful African nation. Meaning that our institutions are the most powerful in Africa, and so our politicians, we will deal with them systematically, structurally, legally, in a manner that will serve as a lesson for future generations, and that will be ingrained in history books and in textbooks as to how to deal with incompetence, stupidity, greed, criminality, and theft, as well as cultivating a new African culture and perspective of accountability, credibility, and what it means to be youth in the 21st century. We live for our people, Tina. We are living for the next 500 years. I want my grandchildren's grandchildren to be like, hey, 500 years, there was a youth that took a stand and took the baton and built a foundation so unshakable, it made the pharaohs bow down and said, yeah, we died for this, in this land, in this continent, that the bones and the dust and the skin and the blood have nourished and stayed and have cultivated. There's a reason that the food grows in the land. There's a reason that the trees stem from the ground up. There's a reason why the rivers and the earth and the oceans swell up and hit against and absorb the land. It is the spirit, it is the ever continual flow of oxygen, of blood through our veins, through the rivers, through the land, through the dust, through the bones. I see nowhere that are shaken and can be bought by material and imali, Gucci and the brands. Sikubo, there will be no escape. There is no escape. And the gods keep blessing us. Goku, we are given the minerals that the 21st century needs. Cobalt, we have it in abundance. Platinum, we have it in abundance. Oil in abundance. Gold in abundance. Titanium, uranium. All of the minerals and the oxygen of the future, it's here. God is not crazy. So bye again. That's my rant. Next year, guys, hey, hopefully for real, I'm going into university. I will be in university, and we are moving economic perspective, business, cooperation, Nolendo, YouTube podcast and a channel that is going to be an informative entertainment sort of space, using documentation and documentaries in a series type form where we blend entertainment, information, and those good things into a distilled, profitable enterprise. So imagine Vice fused with Bloomberg, fused with Candace Owens, fused with SABC, but much more attractive and engaging and just dynamic. Yeah. As for elections, still, guys, let's not pronounce who we're gonna vote for. Let each and every politicians perform using their actions. Yeah, we are tired of speeches, we are tired of manifestos, we are tired of those things. Show us. Do something, fix a pothole, do something consistently. That's what we need. So now they can at least prove, can they be consistent for a year? From now until next year's elections, can they be consistent for a year? And then once they showed us that consistent, we're going to be like, oh, this is what you are able to do. So there's the point of departure. There's the price floor that we can't, there's the standard that we can't drop below. Let's use that as a springboard, Kengoko. Let's use that consistency from 2026 till 2029. If you can't be consistent from 2025 till 2026 and from 2026 till 2029, clearly we don't need you. Clearly you can't do nothing for us. If you're gonna keep on talking and talking from now until next year and from next year till 2029, it's fine, it's shy, I see phony, we don't want it. Goku, it's all about action, 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 action. Each Ngogi party next year elections, as the youth, we're gonna bring up a scorecard and say, this is what the bylaws say, this is the budget you had, this is what you did, That's how we're gonna hold you accountable, using numbers, statistics, reports, and media reports, as well as these documentaries like Cutting Edge, ilizwe lakho elilungelo elakho mngani wami, ilungelo lakho. Those types of shows and all other community based and all other trending things online, so consolidator thina, since people are lazy to do that work, thina sizoyenza that work. United Nations Agenda 2030, my take. Again, United Nations, it plays off the poor African leadership. United Nations, guys, and the African Union, it's a thing of saying white Europeans and Americans and Asians will never interfere in Africa because Africans are gonna turn back and say, this is interference, this is the master doing this is American CIA, this is not backed by Africans, this is not us. At the same time, us Africans fail to recognize that we are colonized, failed, oppressed by our fellow African brothers. So much so that Africans flood the Mediterranean, are willing to die in the millions, drowning to get to the white man's land, instead of confronting his or her own brother in their land. So once those Western African countries and Central African countries can overcome that mental obstacle to say, Chief, you can't run to the white man and say the white man is oppressing you, whereas you swam the Mediterranean, watch your fellow Africans drowning in their millions, and come into my country telling me how I should operate and give you rights, but in your own land you can't speak up and voice that same opinion. You are so blind to your own fellow Africans' failures, yet you want to remove the speck of my eye. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, and the only way that Africans can get to that is that if Tina South Africans liberate South Africa from these corrupt politicians with their gangster friends, with their Pakistani, Somali, and other money launderers, illegal miners, and the like, and the colluders in business that offer the bribes, that facilitate the bank transfer. My people, a question that I am still waiting answers for. What bank approves these tenders? What bank keeps these monies? What bank approves the sale of these luxurious cars? What bank approves an invoice but consistently, like in the Edwin Sodi situation, consistently approves an invoice without work or material corresponding to the invoice, yet it's not flagged? Yabo? Once we can push past that propaganda as well, and move away from the Qaeda doesn't own a bank. The Qaeda can't approve nothing. The Qaeda is paying off a home loan. In fact, he himself is paying off a Qaeda that recruited him. Which bank? According to that, do you remember that lottery scam that happened? Apparently, there's 2-3 banks that are always cashing in there by the lotto. Consistently, these banks approve winners without people coming into the office saying, hello, physical me, I'm the winner. There's lotto banks that specialize in approving lotto. There's banks that specialize in approving rough claims. There's banks that specialize. Hey, Nina. So, let's be serious if we are being serious. Let's not beat around the bush and be like, I hate these politicians. Let's hate Bonke. Because, come on, guys. Auditors, they Auditor General, we have a state-owned bank, Post Bank, it's ran to the ground, made crippled. Even the subsidiary African Bank, tell me, who does the city of Joburg bank with? Who does the city of Cape Town bank with? Who does the Western Cape provincial government bank with? Ask yourself that question. Who does the Department of Health bank with? Sanpa Papa. So, if we are gonna go with the truth, let's go all the way. Who are the banks approving the tenders? Who are these people? Who are the banks approving these mentions of these politicians' children without the bank statement to say you've been employed at X, you make X amount, you own this company that produces this product, and the tax returns of the company say ABC? Or is it just us normal stupids that have to file taxes, that have to explain where we get our money, what bank statements, get an affidavit, print there, get it certified? Tell me. Or are we just gonna fool ourselves, be like, politician is a politician. Who are the service providers? Who sells books, paper, pens to government? Who cleans government offices? Who cleans universities? Who hires security for government institutions? Who supplies the carpets in government facilities? Who supplies the needles? Who supplies the boxes, the cardboard boxes? The everyday things that always get paid out? Who? I wonder. Or is it also politicians? The medicine, the containers, who makes those? Like, we're talking most economy. Let's, okay. This economy is not growing, I get it, but actually, what is this economy? Let's talk about it. Who makes our clothes? Who makes our food? Who packages it? When they say these trucks are overloading the streets, causing accidents, who owns these trucks? Where are these trucks delivering? What's the cargo on the trucks that's causing these accidents? GEMS, government, medical aid. Who owns that one? Why can't government employees go to state-owned hospitals so that the government money gets paid to government nurses and government doctors and government employees, because the government workers will be using the hospitals, but they must go to private? Who set up that system that said that? I wonder. Did you know that I think like a good chunk, like 40% of the Departments of Health's budget goes to subsidizing, so going to pay medical aids? 40% of the health department's budget is given for free to medical aids. So when we talk about this trillion rand economy, whose is it? And the politicians are just puppets on a string, dangling, killing themselves and us, the people, for mere scraps, when they can literally have the whole trillion rand cake. I am genuinely perplexed. In what world do you subject yourselves to being a slave when you have the keys to the kingdom, as well as the riches, the resources, and the people? Yet you are willingly subjecting yourself to slavery? Only our government knows. Yep, that's it. Thank you, my people, for the rant, for allowing me the space and the opportunity to live in a free country where we exercise democracy, where we live in peace and harmony and express ourselves in all manners that we seek and can do so. I don't take that lightly. And also, I don't think it's a normal thing that in my comments that people are like, I hope I'm safe, and things of the like. I appreciate it and I love it, but I think it is such a sad indictment on our society and nation that whenever people speak truth and actually recognizing what is happening in the nation, it is seen as a brave act, it is seen as a courageous act, whereas It's the truth. It's reality. People that are faced with these conditions on a day-to-day, it's their everyday life. I don't know. Politicians think wonke umntu is rolling around in a 10-car motorcade protected by armed security, behind 24-hour security armed response. South Africans don't live like that. These people are way out of touch, but it's fine. The campaign starting now till next year, until 2029, will prove to them and to the rest of the world that you can't subject people to criminality, rape, pedophilia, theft, lies, and propaganda in an effort to control people, thinking that people are too dumb to think and recognize what is being done to them just because they don't have the platforms or know how to express themselves in articulated fashions doesn't mean they are stupid, doesn't mean they don't know what's going on, does not mean they lack anything. They are just watching, waiting for the opportune moment, and that moment has come and we are striking. I thank you. I love you, South Africans, and I love being African. Dango. Yeah.